It is a windy, windy day out there. I had my hair all done and it was so pretty. And now it's just a blown mess. Hi, Lin-E here. And there's my Rosie. Rosie, Rosie, where are you? There her is. Hi, Rosie. She's on her queen throne. Anyway. It is so nice today. It's nice and warm. I got a t-shirt on and no coat. I'm being silly. Okay, so what's everybody been up to since the first of the year? This girl has not had a good first of the year. I lost my insurance somehow. My Medicare Advantage insurance policy that I rely on for everything. All of a sudden it was just gone. Back in October when the enrollment came through, I got a letter and it stated that they were no longer going to have my policy offered in this area where I live. So I called the number that it told me to call, and they enrolled me in Humana. Well, I found out after I enrolled that Humana, my dentist did not accept Humana. And I really like my dentist because he lets me take Rosie to my appointments, and she goes with me to get my teeth cleaned and whatnot. So I like my dentist, you know. So I thought, well, I'm going to call back and see if Anthem has a policy that, you know, I might be able to do other than the one I was on or whatever, just to call them and see what else is out there. Because it was October. I had plenty of time, you know, enrollment period. So I called back and I was told that they did not send out letters about that and that my policy was still there and it was fine. I said, well, what do I do? You know, because that's the policy I want. He said, call Humana and cancel. And, you know, your policy will just roll over into 26. Sound good to me. So that's what I did. Twice. Because Humana kept sending me things. I called twice. I got 2 confirmation numbers of canceling Humana policy. I called Anthem. I was trying to get a new prescription covered, and I called. I said, well, I have you on the phone. I need to know, you know, is there going to be any changes to my policy in 2026? And she said, no, there won't be any changes. Great. Well, you know, I got pretty bad sleep apnea. You know, if you watch my videos, I think I mentioned that. But anyway, so I had scheduled, I'd done my home test, and then I went in, met the doctor, and they need me to do one overnight in the hospital so they can get me the correct CPAP that I need, I guess. And so that was scheduled for the 12th. Well, Kay from the hospital called me and said, we can't find your insurance. I said, you can't find my insurance. I said, well, I'll call and see what's going on. I'll come find out I didn't have any. Gone. Just gone. They said, well, your policy isn't offered in your area this year. So I have no insurance. So I called. I mean, I've got the regular Medicare, blah, blah, blah. Whoa, whoa. You know, everything's 20% plus 20%. So I called again. I was on the phone ever since last week. I've been on the phone since the 2nd of January. I've been on the phone trying to get this straightened out. I did not think it was fair, that's for sure. And, whatever. Well, you're just shit out of luck, girl. Again. Anyway, so I got enrolled in Humana because that's about all they had that was worth anything in my area. So I got to see if they're going to cover this sleep apnea stuff and all this stuff again. And oh my gosh, I hate insurance. I just hate it. And I just hope that you people out there that are on Medicare, that make sure you get your, I don't know, I thought I did. I thought I'd taken care of everything. And because I rely on that insurance. I got a lot of things I got going on, if you've watched any of my videos. I mean, I've got, now I've got sleep apnea really bad. I'm trying to lose weight. I've been on carnivore so I can get, maybe some of these things will get better. I mean, I am trying everything I can do to get better. And, I'm disabled with my foot. I've got neuropathy. I've got high cholesterol. I've got hereditary hemochromatosis, where my blood produces too much iron. So I've got to have that doctor. I mean, I was giving them lists of my doctors, and I've got like 6 different specialists that I go to. It's crazy. And so, yeah, the carnivore is pretty good. Hopefully I can get better. But so far, I'm really not losing any weight with it. I've lost 12, 13 pounds, and and that's all I can ever lose. Anytime I try to lose weight, it gets down to where I'm at right now, and it just stops. It just doesn't go anywhere. And they prescribed me some Zepbound, which I'm thinking about doing because I can't seem to get this weight off being disabled. I can't walk a lot. I can't, I do sit down exercises. My knee has been killing me, but I've been doing them anyway. The pain in my knee came back. It was gone there for a while. It was better. It is better with doing the carnivore, but it's still there, and it still hurts. My whole body hurts all the time. Anyway, enough about that. I don't like to sit here and whine about that. I just wanted to talk about what happened with my insurance and, just put it out there for you guys. I hope it doesn't happen to you. So anyway, I canceled my appointment that I had to get that sleep test done, and until I get insurance to cover it. And even with this Humana, the way I understood it, they're only going to, for an overnight stay, which that would be an overnight stay, they don't pay 100% on that. So I may not be able to do it anyway. I don't know. I just don't know anymore. I'm tired. I'm tired of being messed with. And so, so I'm calling around. I called Medicare. I called, they wouldn't do anything for me. They didn't understand that I needed the policy that I had, or nobody told me, whatever. But regardless of that, the thing is that now I'm getting phone calls nonstop from people trying to sell me freaking insurance and, get me on their policies and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, you filled out an application. I'm like, no, I did not. I just made a phone call. And I had one guy last night. I mean, it was after 7 o'clock at night, and I'm trying to answer him because I don't know if it's I had called into Anthem. I thought maybe Anthem's calling me back, because she submitted this one girl I talked to, Kia, she was gonna see if we could get it revised, and never have heard back from her. But I thought, well, maybe it's her. So I kept answering the phone, and I could tell that it was in, you know. Anyway, it's a long story. Non-stop calls, and this one guy got really snotty and mean and yelled at me, and he says, well, you filled out the application, blah, blah, blah. You know, I mean, just kind of going off on me. I'm like, is this really a salesperson? Anyway. Wow, you know. Anyway, we got some sun going on here today. I'm trying to get it to where you can, it's not so bad on recording. So what did everybody do for New Year's? Did you have a good one? Ours was pretty quiet. We watched the New Year's Eve celebration on TV in Nashville, which was very good. Of course, Lainey Wilson, yay, was on there, and love her. Dwight Yoakam was on there. Love Dwight. Let's see, who else was on there? Going blank. Very good show, though. I was happy with it. Pretty mellow here. Of course, I'm not, you know, I'm no sugar, so no alcohol for me. And I didn't do any alcohol. I did real good. I did good through the holidays. I didn't drink. I didn't overeat. I stayed pretty true. I'm really trying to get this going, you know. And so I'm on the 2nd. I was 2 months in on carnivore. I'm not losing any weight. So I really don't even do a whole lot of dairy. I do a little bit of heavy cream in my coffee in the morning. I know I need to exercise more. That's my main problem, I think, is not, you know, getting enough exercise. But it's pretty bad. I'm not cheating. Well, I don't know. They say the whipped cream. People go back and forth on that. What is that all about? I get, you know, different things going on, you know, as far as, well, you can have that, or you know, like avocado. I'm thinking I really want to add that to my diet, and I may just start doing. I think I need some more fiber and just something else, because I'm just not. One extreme to the next. Ooh, that's better. Now I can see myself. Hi, Lin-E. I'm being silly. I'll let you go. I just wanted to check in, let you know about my insurance, and Rosie's doing good. Yeah, she's doing good. She's kind of on a diet too. She does not get any people food at all. She was having some tummy problems, so we're both on diet. Van Halen's about ready. I'm getting ready to head to Florida here in a few weeks. I'm so excited. So, yeah, rip off on the axle. Got all that fixed. Oh, jeez. I guess I need to count my blessings.
Incoming call from Kirby. Home. Press Uconnect phone button to answer.